What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we are going to be shiny hunting all 6 of the Pikachu clones in this weekend's shiny boosted event. I'm going to show you the odds of the event, the best sandwich you should use, and just how to shiny hunt all these Pokemon. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Support my channel by becoming a channel member, and let's dive in. So to do this event is very simple. One, you just need to connect to the internet. So just make sure on your menu, your online mode. Go to Poke Portal and then go all the way down, and you should see in the Poke Portal news that it's updated, and you should be able to see in the news right here that you have the mass outbreak event. Now, this event is going to end on Sunday at 23:59 UTC, so that's gonna be 7:59 on the East Coast. This Sunday is gonna end, so you should do this now. And there's 6 different Pokemon that we can shiny hunt. And in Paldea, we're gonna be able to get Pawmi and Dedenne. And in the Kanekami, we're going to get Pachirisu. And we're also going to get Morpeko, which is a Pokemon Violet exclusive. So you're in Scarlet like me, this is going to be your best time to shiny hunt one of these. And then if you are in the Blueberry Academy, you'll be able to get Plusle and Minum as well. So those are our 6 shiny hunts for today. And honestly, relatively easy, all of these in general. I always recommend trying to do some sort of town reset method, like I'll potentially try to do for the Pawmi right here. But what you want to do is you want to first build a sandwich if you have the resources. You don't need a sandwich because the shiny odds are so high. However, 1 out of 190 is your base odds in this event. But if you have the shiny charm and if you have a level 3 sandwich like I'm going to have, then your odds are going to be 1 out of 154. And if you want to knock out 60 in an outbreak and you have the shiny charm and sparkling level 3, then you're going to have the highest possible odds, which is going to be 1 out of 144. But I do think 1 out of 154 is good enough for me. So we're going to start this hunt by going for an electric type sandwich. And this is going to be relatively easy, especially if you have Urban Mystica. And this is a sandwich that's going to give us sparkling, tidal, and humongo power. We do not need encounter power because we already have the outbreaks. So this is going to be relatively simple. So we are going to go for 1 of the yellow peppers, and then 2 spicy Urban Mystica. And I always recommend saving your game before building the sandwich, just in case you don't get the shiny. Then you can just turn off your game, reset it, and you'll have your herbs back, as long as you don't have the autosave on, which I don't think you should ever play a Pokemon game with autosave on personally. So let's dive into our first shiny hunt. We're going to try to get this Pawmi and the Dedenne in Paldea. All right, so we got Sparkling Tidal Humongo Power level 3, and we're ready to begin this shiny hunt. So we are going to go for the Pawmi, which I have sort of like right over here hanging out, which isn't bad at all. And they should be spawning in. We can get, okay, there they go. We got a couple. Getting a lot of Pokemon in the back here, though. Okay, there they are. There they are. There's our big group. So Pawmi shiny is incredibly easy to notice. It is going to be an all red shiny. Now I'm going to sort of do this as a town reset method, where I'm going to walk into the town, run back out, and just try to get these Pokemon to spawn in. And that will be a little bit quicker than doing a picnic reset. You don't have to picnic reset for hunts like these. Obviously, it would have been more ideal if the thing was a little bit closer, but I'm just going to do that. Oh, we got a shiny immediately. Well, there we go. We got a shiny. It's Humongo, most likely. That's incredible. There we go. Shiny immediately, literally. Absolutely free 99. We got that magic touch out here. And, you know, for funsies, because I have so many Master Balls now from hitting the lotto, let's just throw in a Master Ball. Why not? Pawmi, enter the era of your Master Ball time. And now let's move on to our next shiny hunt. All right, for my next shiny hunt, we're going to go for the Dedenne. And we're going to try to do another town reset here. And this shiny is relatively easy because it's going to be brown. So we're just going to look for a chocolate mouse. Now, unfortunately, we're not getting the best amount of spawns right here. But, you know, I think that's okay. We're just going to keep on going until we eventually get our shiny. But very simple. We have a town reset here. Super easy. You can just run back into the town, run back out. It saves a few more seconds than picnicking, but it's also a lot less menuing. And I just appreciate not having a menu as much. So I always try to reset outbreaks, at least in Paldea, to get it over here. Some of the other regions, a little bit harder to get it, but I think in overall, it is absolutely worth trying to, especially because the outbreaks are just so plentiful in general. So Hopefully this doesn't take me that long. It's going to definitely take me a little bit longer than Pawmi at this point, though. So hopefully we can get it relatively soon. And this one took a little bit of a while, but there we go. Shiny Dedenne. It's very obvious. It's brown, chunky. Love this hamster, but very beautiful and very pretty. And there we go. Get in the Master Ball, you little fat rat. And we're going to move on to our Kitakami hunt. Well, I literally was about to set up to record, but we already got a shiny Pachirisu. Like, just immediate. I literally just walked over here. We do have a mark, but shiny Pachirisu immediately. I was literally just checking out, oh, well, which outbreak is going to be a good one for me to do the video in? And is immediately there right when I get there. So, you know, that was a perfect outbreak to do the video. And I'll say Kitakami definitely is harder because there's only one real good town reset in the area. But yeah, shiny Pachirisu, there we go. But I was gonna cover it because like, oh, I can run between the two and I don't have to reset. But yeah, we just walked up and we got it. So once again, I just showed up to another outbreak and we got shiny Morpeko immediately. It's very easy to tell. Instead of yellow, it's gonna be white on the body. So super easy to tell, but there we go. Another instant shiny, just walking up to the freaking outbreak. It's actually that easy. I will definitely say that I was picking between a couple of outbreaks, and I don't like hunting this guy in any of the grassy areas because the grass is just enough to like obfuscate them. So I don't want to really hunt them where it's hard to see them. So I prefer to do it in somewhere where there isn't any grass in Kitakami. So next up, we're hunting Minum. I'm just doing it right over here. We got Plusle and Minum spawning. And ideally, I would have hunted in Central Plaza, but I just didn't feel like it. So for the Minum here, the shine is going to be very obvious. It's going to have green ears. So all that blue is going to be green. Green ears, green tail. Super easy to notice. Once again, if you are in tall grass, it can be a little bit hard to see the Pokemon. So I do like having the outbreak in sort of a patch where I can have a little bit of a better visual to see it all. But overall, should be a relatively easy shiny hunt, and hopefully we get it relatively quickly. And luckily for me, I got it relatively quickly. It's right in the middle, right over here, just standing in the crowd. Very obvious. Honestly, I do like the mint green shiny. I think Minum has a very excellent shiny overall. Super easy. And throw him in a Master Ball. And now we got one last shiny hunt, who is probably the hardest shiny hunt of this video because it is so hard to tell the difference between those two reds. So I got the Plusle in the perfect outbreak spot right over here. Gonna do a nice little town reset to try to hunt one of these. And they're spawning in a little bit. You know, they're coming in over there too. Now, the key to this shiny hunt is the ears are going to be a little bit darker red than normal. So you want to find one that's a little bit darker. But also another thing is you want to look at their bodies. The yellow on their body is also going to be a little bit darker. So overall, it's just going to be a little bit more of a darker Pokemon in general that we are looking for, which can definitely be annoying with the lighting in this game. But it is certainly the only way we can do it, unless you want to like try to hit them, you know, attack every single one of these Pokemon. I don't personally think, I mean, you could do it and increase your shiny odds if you knock out 60, but I don't think it's necessarily important to do that. But let's see if we can get lucky. And oh, did we get lucky? Because there it is. It's actually not that bad. You can see it is much more of a neon yellow. It is a much darker red. But there we go. We got our shiny right here. And we are done with the event. All on one sandwich, by the way. I had a little bit of time left. All done on one sandwich. 6 shinies, 1 sandwich, 1 set of Urban Mystica. Very efficient event for us in general. Super easy stuff. And honestly, yeah, this was pretty free overall. And let's see if we got any marks. I think we had a couple. No. Oh, lunchtime? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. All right, so that was our only good mark. Our only good mark was the lunchtime mark, which is not a good mark. But there we go. All 6 of the rats have been captured. Remember, you have till the end of this Sunday. So you're going to have July 6 is your last day to get this. Remember, the Morpeko is a Pokemon Violet exclusive. So if you are in Scarlet, then you definitely want to knock this out today if you can. Because this may be the last time Morpeko will be ever catchable in Pokemon Scarlet if you want to get your own shiny without having to copy a Pokemon Violet. But anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.